So, big day for the cryptocurrency markets yesterday. We had a nice little bump in the market. Obviously, the market initially jived on the bullshit that Jerome Powell is selling here. We're going to break down what the Fed said. And I've got a much more in-depth video on the Fed stuff coming for you later today, so keep an eye out for that. We're going to go over the high level, what the Fed said, what to think about certain things, looking at the charts right now, which are taking a little bit of a correction as stock futures are trending down as the market decided, maybe it's not as bullish as we thought yesterday. We're going to look at that. We're going to take a dive into the markets here, looking at some altcoin charts, answering your questions. Second half of the stream, guys. Big things afoot in markets right now. So the man, the myth, the legend, Jerome Powell spoke yesterday. Okay. Now this is very interesting because we are getting a slowdown in quantitative tightening, which is good. So summary of the statement: the economy is strong, inflation remains somewhat elevated. It's fine. It's under 3%. Tariffs have driven inflation expectations higher. Expectations, right? So again, we talked about this before. True inflation is already showing inflation down like 1.2, 1.3%, something like that. Even if the estimates of tariffs adding 0.8 to 1% to inflation are true, you're still closer to 2% than you are right now. Egg prices plummeting, gas prices plummeting. We're going to be fine. Fed's not in a hurry and wait for further clarity. Well, they got 6 weeks, man. 6 weeks till the next Fed meeting. It's a lot of time to wait for some more clarity in markets. If the labor market weakens, Fed can ease if needed. If economy remains strong, policy strength will be maintained. Made technical decision to slow balance sheet decline. Fed largely remaining in wait and see mode. Of course, we were not expecting interest rate reduction yesterday. We didn't get it. Fed makes multiple revisions to their 2025 economic data, cutting GDP growth from 2.1% to 1.7%. So U.S. economy is still growing, just a little bit slower than before. Okay, we'll see. We'll see. They've been all over the place on this. You had the Atlanta Fed saying that GDP is going to contract by 2.4%. You had the New York Fed saying it's going up by 2.4% or something like that. Numbers couldn't be more different right now. The Fed now saying, well, you're going to probably see GDP growth go down to 1.7%. So we'll see what happens by the end of the year. It's only March, guys. Have a lot of time. Unemployment forecast 4.3 to 4.4%. So you got to keep in mind, even if unemployment goes up to 4.4%, everybody's probably gonna lose their minds. But that's still near historic lows. Perspective, right? PCE inflation 2.5 to 2.7, core PCE 2.5 to 2.8. Okay, higher inflation in a slightly weaker economy. Stagflation, anybody? Hopefully not. We'll see how it plays out again. Mr. Anderson said, slower QT translation. I give you permission to dip your toes into some risk assets with slowing the pace of balance sheet reduction. The Fed's looking to give the market a little extra cushion. Arthur Hayes saying Jerome Powell delivered QT basically over April 1st. The next thing we need to get bulled up for reals is either SLR exemption or a restart of QE. Man, QE is not coming anytime soon, honestly. You need a crisis for QE, and I don't think we need QE. We don't need QE for the markets to pump, okay? Global M2 is increasing. Can't we just have a nice, strong economy where people get jobs and the interest rates come down and they buy houses and shit again, and everyone just has money because they have good jobs and stuff, and then they buy dog coins? Do we really need a massive financial crisis and then quantitative easing? Can't we just not do that this time around? Anyway, Arthur's saying, was $77,000 the bottom? Probably. But stonks probably have more pain left to fully convert Jay to Team Trump, so stay nimble and cashed up. Benjamin Cohen here coming in with what I was thinking about as well when I saw the numbers, which is QT is basically over on April 1st is not exactly true. They still have $35 billion a month coming off from mortgage-backed securities. So it's good. It's good. Right direction, right? So we have a big reduction in treasuries, 80% reduction from 25 billion a month to 5 billion a month. So basically what that means is that there's a lot less pressure on the markets on the liquidity front. They're easing up liquidity in the markets. So that's good. That's good. Now, mortgage-backed securities doesn't necessarily have a deep impact on our risk assets in the same way that treasury bonds do. So that's an interesting thing to keep in mind there, okay? Jamie Coots saying after last night's QT is effectively dead, massively reduced, 80% reduction, and they may end it by the next Fed meeting. This is the thing. They've done an 80% reduction from April 1st. What are they going to do in May? Will they end it completely? Or will they signal an ending of it in June, for example? Well, that's what the big bank's been saying. The big bank's been saying QT is going to end by June. Not to say the big banks are always right. They're frequently wrong. Just like everybody in investing, nobody has a fucking crystal ball. But for what it's worth, okay? Jamie saying after last night, QT effectively dead. Treasury volatility is backed off right now, is mirroring the decline in the dollar index from earlier this month. This is extremely liquidity positive. I should now be referring to myself as a liquidity positive person, okay? What's Lark? He's liquidity positive. Okay, continuing. This is an interesting from Jordy Visser. Says bearish sentiment across asset and economic surveys, as well as anecdotal phone calls, is an extreme, is the extremist as I can remember. Rotation away from austerity U.S. versus rest of the world stimulus makes sense, but recession talk is too bearish. I agree. I think people are getting a little bit freaked out after just a few percent move of the markets here, but it's very, very interesting. Remember our Dr. Copper conversations we've had quite a few times on the channel here. Here's 6-month copper versus U.S. equity growth factor. Copper, by the way, is in pink here. Copper is surging right now. Now, you might just say, well, that's just because they were pre-running the tariffs and bought a whole bunch of copper because of that. Yeah, but it's been going up since before then. Okay, well, they've been pre-running copper since the inaugurations. Everybody knew Trump was going to blast up a bunch of tariffs and copper is going to go up. Well, maybe. But regardless, copper going up is usually a pretty good indication that prices will keep going up for risk assets because the business cycle is far from over. Okay? Okay. There you go. Stock futures currently having a bit of a dipsy dip down here. Okay, a little bit of recovery currently. So we'll see what's spooking the futures markets here in the next few hours. NASDAQ yesterday didn't quite get back up to the 200-day EMA, getting closer and closer, though, to a MACD bullish crossover. But if we get a red day today, that's going to push that out a bit further. Okay, got till the end of the week, hopefully, to make sure this closes within 3.5% range here, okay? Currently, oh man, we are so close. Currently, we are 2.6% away. Because remember, now, just because something's been the way in the past doesn't mean it's always guaranteed in the future. But every single time that we've had the NASDAQ lose the 200-day simple moving average, and it's closed 3.5% under the 200-day simple moving average, 2 weeks after it lost that line, has confirmed a bear market every time for stocks. Okay? Yeah. Lark, you always tell us that gold's directly related to Bitcoin. We did a good breakdown on this video the other day. It's got a spotty correlation, sometimes very correlated, and usually we can say that gold increasing can have a correlation with Bitcoin then increasing later as well. But the big thing to watch really is global M2. So the gold correlation, sometimes more correlated, sometimes is less correlated. The big thing to watch is not gold, but global M2. Okay, that's the real one to watch here if you want to see what risk assets are going to be doing. Okay, anyway, let's hope that we got a few more days here. A few more days for a decent close on the NASDAQ. S&P 500 rejected again from the 200-day EMA yesterday, right here. Got to get back above that, man. Got to get back above that. Guys, if you're trading these markets and you need a great place to do it at, check out BitUnix. Okay, I'm doing a lot of my trading over there these days. We're sharing all kinds of trade setups all the time, real time in the Discord. We got a nice little XRP long today. It got stopped out in some nice profits, but still nice little catch on the bread garlic house coin there. Anyway, BitUnix, great place trade. No KYC, no VPN, no BS. So wherever you are, you can just use the link down below. Get signed up. Start trading. Have a good time. Deposit USDT, long, short. There's always ways to make money in the market, guys. Okay, and you can get some sweet bonuses. $10 just to sign up, so you can use that money to do your first trade, see how the exchange looks. When you deposit some money, you get a 20% deposit rebate. So you deposit $1,000, you get $200 back. And you can get up to $2,000 in trading rewards. If you start actually doing some decent trading over here, you can get some good money back in your pocket from that, okay? Go check it out. Link down below in the description. Okay, price of Bitcoin. Very fascinating place right now, okay? Very, very interesting place right now. So check this out. Yesterday's candle, okay? The excitement over the Fed announcement brought us up over the 200-day simple moving average right here. brought us up over the 200-day EMA, purple line right here, and brought us up over the 20-day yellow line right here. Now, currently, price correcting a little bit. We have 13 hours for this daily candle to close. Let's see how the stocks go today, because that's where goes the stocks will go our Bitcoin, essentially. But if we can close a daily here over the 200-day simple moving average, it's a good start, okay? Let's just put it that way. It's a good start for now. So let's see how we continue developing this over the next few days. Weakness in the stocks or a few Trump tweets could probably derail us pretty quickly. So let's see how we go. But encouraging. Okay, I like to see that we at least got back up over those key moving averages. But the trick now is to actually build some damn strength over here and try to keep the price generally above the 200-day moving averages, because under the 200 days is bearish, over the 200 days bullish. Okay, now it doesn't mean okay we're over the 200-day EMA, so straight back to 110,000. No, man, it could take a little more time for that. Okay. But if we can at least establish a range in a more positive area of price action, that would be a good thing. Let's see how we go. Neste here, sharing a nice chart. Sharing a nice chart with us. Healthy reset for the grand finale. I hope you are ready. So this is the RSI here. You can see last time we had these big RSI resets, 25K, 49K, 76K this time. Stochastic RSI, similarly, these are weekly charts, by the way. Stochastic RSI, similarly here. Big drawdowns, okay, reaching the bottoms just like we're doing right now. Bollinger Band width also very, very tight, extremely tight recently, bouncing back a little bit. The grand finale. Now, the question of any grand finale scenario is, do we just have one final hurrah in like May, June, or are we just going to keep grinding in general with stock markets? If we have more correlation to stock markets, it'd actually be a good thing, because stocks tend to do better than crypto. Yeah. This is an interesting one, shared by Bitquant. Bitquant, this is how Elliott Waves interpret the situation. Being bearish now means taking a significant risk for just a few $1,000s on potential gains while putting your entire portfolio at risk. It's an interesting take, because let's say, okay, you're going to sell your Bitcoin now and hope to rebuy it lower. Okay, fine. That's fine. You can do whatever you want, right? But how much are you going to buy it? 75, 76? Or are you like super mega bearish? Like, we're going back to 40K, man. It's all fucking over, down to zero, or not down to zero, but back to 40K. It's over. That's an opinion. One I don't agree with currently. Lose that big trend line we just bounced off of. That's a different conversation. But anyway, if this plays out, we could see prices ranging anywhere from 140, 150, all the way up to 240, 250, depending on how that fifth wave ends up playing out here. So we'll see. That's an interesting bit of hopium chart there for you. Okay, the man, the myth, the legend, Bread Garlic House. Bread Garlic House coin has been slaying it recently, by the way, XRP, for all of you guys who don't know about the Bread Garlic House. Okay, anyway, this is big news for XRP fans. The moment you're waiting for, the SEC will drop its appeal, a resounding victory for Ripple Labs for crypto, and every way you look at it. I agree, Brad. I agree. It's good news, man. It's good news. Fantastic stuff. The market did like that. We had a nice pump on XRP yesterday. Now, still grinding up in this big fat triangle here, the resolution of which, if it's to the upside, is going to be a monster pump here for XRP. Still need to get through that, though. Still, if we have any more bearishness, downside retests around $2 would not be crazy, to be honest. It would actually fit within the wider pattern of what you're seeing right here. Currently, though, XRP has been one of the strongest coins in the damn market right now. Look at this. Beautiful pump up yesterday. Retook the 20-day, retook the 50-day. So far, daily candle bouncing off of the 50-day EMA. Down here around 242, 243. All right, rock and roll. Let's see if we can build some strength there, maybe get a bull flag or something. But, XRP has been a very strong coin to trade, and we've been trading it a lot in Discord. That's where the Bread Garlic House jokes come from. It's kind of insider baseball from what the jokes we make it in the Discord. Anyway, besides the point. Interesting place for a bounce. Let's see how the rest of the day plays out, okay? Cheesy Bread Garlic House. Oh, yeah. Get some cheese on that garlic house bread, man. Let's go. Continuing. Big news for Solana. The Rug Radio sharing this. Big news for Solana. First ever 2 Solana ETFs we're launching, I guess, today. Solana ETF tracking Solana futures and 2x Sol ETF. SOLT offers 2x leverage. Now, to be very, very clear, yay for Solana, but boo because these are not spot ETFs. They're just garbage futures ETFs, which I don't like. It sucks. It's nice. I guess at least it's a first step through the door to then try and get into spot ETFs later. I mean, if they're approving futures ETFs, they have no real reason to approve a spot ETF. Spot ETFs coming probably the end of April. My Solana position, I'll probably sell around that time, to be honest, if it gets a nice move there from the spot ETF approvals. Anyway, that's a different conversation we'll have later. Solana right now rejected at the 20-day EMA. Like most coins, actually. A few coins I'm going to show you. Everything got rejected the 20-day EMA today, which is not bullish as much as everything's been exciting, and we have some good news. Bitcoin looking pretty good. XRP looking pretty good. A lot of coins, though, like Solana, rejected 20-day EMA. Nice little pump yesterday. Still looking at potential, higher low here. But now with this current price action, we have the problem of potential double top here on the daily, which not fantastic. Let's see how we go. Let's see how we go over the next few days. But yeah, retake the 20-day EMA, things get pretty exciting. Under the 20-day EMA, Louis shared this. This is a Wyckoff patron here saying Ethereum's starting to look a bit springy down here. Now, if that is the case, and this was the spring, which could see it, definitely looks like it on the chart. If this is the spring, then we start getting, of course, a markup into the end of the year, potentially off to new highs for Ethereum. Okay, that'd be interesting. Ethereum currently rejected at the 20-day EMA like everything else. Now, we did have a nice break out of that ascending triangle here. Not bad. Not bad at all. A nice little move here, but rejected the 20-day EMA. Didn't even make it up to the major price resistance at 2150. Aptos rejected at the 20-day EMA. Oh, look at this. AVAX. What? Rejected at the 20-day EMA. Surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise. SUI rejected at the 20-day EMA. Fartcoin is the new paradigm of money, in case you've not heard about that. Not rejected at the 20-day EMA. In fact, a nice candle up above it. Let's see if it can hold. Very reflexive. Very, very reflexive coin here, okay? When markets are feeling a bit risk on, it pumps hard. When it goes risk, it dumps so fast. When it goes risk off. Risky bet getting back into Fartcoin. We'll see how it plays out. Strong opinion, loosely held. Let's say that. Yeah. Hey, the total 3, by the way, here's a tiny bit of hopium for you. Total 3. So this is all the coins excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. Total 3 retook the 20-day EMA, rejected at the 200, but bounced off of the 20-day EMA today. So it's stuck right here in this very interesting spot. Now, either we dump back down and nuke mega hard, okay, is always a possibility, or we can actually start building a little bit of strength here and start taking out some of these, particularly the 200-day EMA. That would be a nice place to go, okay? So let's see. Let's see how we go over the next few days here, but that's actually in a pretty interesting place because this is, again, all the coins excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. So it shows a broader level of strength for altcoins and stuff like that. And it's partially lifted up by XRP, to be honest, which is such a big coin right now. But yeah, that's an interesting spot to be in. Okay, so let's talk. What do you guys want to talk about? Let's get my hat on. Hat time. Don't forget your hat, Lark. Got some naive water today. It's going to be good. Delicious. Lark, can you check FET? I have not looked at the Fetch charts in ages. Sounds like a fun thing to do. Let's have a look. Let's have a quick look. Let me bring that up real quick. I mean, look, Fetch basically looks like every other altcoin right now. Okay, they keep having failed rallies up to the 20-day EMA, which is not bullish. Okay, not bullish. Okay, when they're trading under the 20-day EMA, they're bearish. Anyway, it looks like all the other charts we just looked at. It's got a MACD trending up right now, which that's a little bit of hopium for you, but you know, it's not in a strong trend right now. You can see back on the 11th of February, also had an uptrending MACD for a few days, and the price actually slowly trended down. So it's not a strong uptrend at the moment, but let's see if it can catalyze that. But look, here's the interesting thing for you. Okay, we are very, very close to major moves in the market. If we start taking out the 20-day EMAs, a lot of coins are going to go. Okay, think about that. Think about how fast the entire sentiment's going to change around here, because when you start taking out those 20-day EMAs, you're actually starting a new uptrend. Now, obviously, you don't want to be just like short-term fake out, like an actual uptrend. The 20-day EMA starts curving up, assets start breaking out across that, and when that happens, most assets will break out across that. We're very, 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 very close to that happening, but we keep getting rejected, and that's been going on for months now. Everything's still in a downtrend. In case you haven't figured it out by now, everything's still in a downtrend now. We are hoping that there could be recovery, right? We've had a lot of bullish RSI divergences, stuff like that. But yeah, the cycle is over, man. Option Trader 007. 007. I loved you in that Casino Royale movie, man. That was tight, man. Look, the cycle is over. I would say that this phase of the cycle is over, right? The move up to $110,000 for Bitcoin, that's marked the big first milestone in this market cycle. Now, does that mean it's over, and there won't be any new highs in Bitcoin for 4 years? I am not in that camp. I'm just not. And I might be horrifically wrong and lose all my money. Okay? I'm a big boy. I can deal with my own personal responsibility. I can deal with my own decisions. But as we said for a long time, Bitcoin moves up to $100,000, consolidates for a while. I did not expect this kind of horrific level of sell-off for altcoins. But yeah, c'est la vie, man. C'est la vie. That's how it works sometimes. For the Bitcoin correction, everything's been totally normal so far, to be honest. That hasn't actually been that crazy of a correction so far, to be honest. 76K coming. Could be. Didn't you say the same thing in 2017? Yeah, probably. 2021 too, or 2022. Look, here's the thing. We've been talking about this for a while. When the Bitcoin MACD on the weekly crossed bearish, said, guys, this is a warning sign. You know, unless we recover that ASAP, which we did not, probably going to see further downside. Everything's been in a downtrend for a while now. And look, there's a lot of things that maybe it's just all broken now, okay? On-chain metrics mean absolutely nothing anymore. And we just need to throw all that out the window. All the models we built, completely useless. Because if that was the market top for Bitcoin, the cycle peak for Bitcoin, then that's it. That's it. Christoph DN says 1K was the top for Bitcoin this year. Thimble Munch, 100K was the top. Now, here's the interesting idea. Look, if stocks keep tanking and stocks enter into a bear market, there's no way really in which Bitcoin's going to outperform during that time. You have to keep that clear. That's why we're watching the stock market so closely right now. So that's one thing. The other thing here is that with global M2 increasing, DXY falling, all rate cuts coming, all these other sort of things, it actually favors a lot more upside in risk assets, but not straight away. This is the thing. We're in a deep correction zone right now. All major assets are downtrending, but it doesn't mean that we can't have a new high later this year. To an extent, we may even see a situation where the cycles, as we have built models around them, aren't really going to matter so much anymore, especially as we get a dozen or 24 altcoin ETFs. We are going to completely be risk on, risk off with the stock markets. And every day when you want to open up your Bitcoin chart, open up the S&P 500 chart first. Open up the NASDAQ chart first, because that's probably going to tell you what's going to happen with your Bitcoin, what's going to happen with your altcoins. There's just higher beta plays to it. Okay, the stock market, NASDAQ goes up 1%, Bitcoin goes up 3%. Fartcoin goes up 10%. I don't make the rules, just what they are, man. Just what they are. I'm still allocating funds. Long term, we're going to win. All-time high in that hat. Does the hat work? Don't know. I haven't been using it long enough to say specifically if it's going to end up working. The science is there. A lot of people have used it and had results, but let's see. Could now be a good time to grab some SUI and Aptos. Chris, if you believe that the best days of this market cycle are still ahead of us, then yes. If you believe that we're about to enter a mega bear market, then you're going to get better prices on those moving forward, okay? So there's a few different ways you can play that. You can wait for the prices to cross back over the 20-day EMA, show that the market's actually putting in a bit of strength here, okay? And then re-enter position, which can be a few percent higher than it is right now, but maybe a safer spot to enter. Or you could see if the prices are just going to keep going down, keep getting rejected, and look for weakness in the stock markets and all that kind of stuff. You might be able to get a better price later on. Or you can just dollar cost average in. If you like those assets, you already have them, you can just be adding to those positions, not financial advice, obviously. If that was the market top, is the 4-year cycle dead, says Luke. If 110 was the market top, first off, I'm going to go start an e-commerce business because, you know, what the F. And go more into stocks because seriously, WTF, if that was the best we could do, breaking over 40% over the previous all-time highs, it's lame as shit, man. Bitcoin can do better than that. Crypto can do better than that, and it will. Not next week or next month, but this is how we move, guys. This cycle's actually been pretty weird. It's, if anything, slower moving with bigger, broader strokes. We get these sort of like monolithic moves that just then cool in a very deep way and then surge again. It's been pretty crazy, actually. Next move goes up to 150K for Bitcoin. Whenever that happens, could be months still, but it'll come. And then all your altcoins will go up like crazy. If that was the market top, the 4-year cycle's not necessarily dead, because you can still move the model to say, well, you know, that's just the earliest edge of the 4-year cycle. But a 4-year cycle, as we sort of would generally look at it, would say that the market cycle top should be sometime in Q4 of this year, October, November. We'll see what happens, of course. But yeah, certainly wouldn't be good for the 4-year cycle model. But then the 4-year cycle model itself is going to be called into question. It can't last forever. The Bitcoin halvings just aren't that important anymore. Demand's too high from Wall Street. Things are getting too big. Countries are buying now. I don't think the Bitcoin halving cycles are really going to matter that much anymore. Plus, it's really always more broadly followed credit cycles and stuff like that anyway. Not a single top indicator has flashed yet. True. On-chain, there's not. Basically, none of the top indicators flashed. Plus, you have easing financial conditions again, and I hate to be the broken record here. Global M2 going up, dollar going down, okay? ISM remains good. Unemployment remains near record low. Inflation's cooling off. Rate cuts are coming. Quantitative tightening's ending. Every single macroeconomic factor that you would need for risk assets to go up is basically happening right now. I guess a recession could still come out of nowhere. It'd be a surprise, like surprise, just like surprise sex, like surprise, there's a recession. What are you doing in there? Anyway, it's a different story. University is crazy. Anyway, so many people capitulating already. So bottom's almost in. Yeah, I feel like, and again, we've been sharing a wide variety of different, particularly stock related, because we're so hooked to the stock market these days, but particularly stock related indicators that show wild irrational fear off of these recent moves in the market. The biggest fear ever in markets that is the same kind of levels of fear and despair that you would have saw in panic capitulation that you saw like at the COVID lows or the bottom of the global financial crisis after a 3% correction on stocks, or I guess now down to a 10% correction, but it's relatively irrational so far. The longer we range sideways, the more I feel the 4-year cycle has been broken. Maybe. Run for the hills. It's only over if you sell until you buy again. Now is not time for selling. Adam, what's up, man? Nice to see you. Did BlackRock destroy the 4-year cycle? Maybe. Maybe. There might just be too much damn institutional demand for Bitcoin now and again. The US dudes, have you heard what they're saying in America? Like one of Trump's top economic advisors said, yeah, we want to get as much Bitcoin as possible. They want to buy Bitcoin, guys. Lark, do you still have your Joe bags? No, I don't. I fumbled my Joe bags, sold it for a bunch of AI agent coins that went to zero. Say la vie, man. Life comes at you fast. Where's your horse for that? I do need a horse. Maybe I should get a horse. See myself being a horse guy, riding a horse. Get a little, you know, those little carriages behind it, little whip, you know, and just ride around the palm here on my horse. Anyway, say, can it go to $1 even through the cycle? Yes. Yes. Let's hope so. Could go up, could go down. Same shit, different day. Yeah, basically. When Lark token, never. It's evil. Don't do it. Man, the amount of just celebrity bullshit tokens you see launching, just what the fuck? Every single time. Every single one of these damn things goes to zero. Because why wouldn't it? Just a giant liquidity extraction. It's crazy. Crazy. These things keep getting launched. I don't even know, man. Don't even know anymore. It's crazy. The amount of just straight up theft. 10 people, just tens, hundreds of millions of dollars just in these damn celebrity tokens straight into the pockets of these people. Just guys. Look, meme coins can be fun. There's some meme coins that are better than others. Things like Fartcoin, I know is funny, but actually Fartcoin has maintained itself, has very high mind share, has one of the best distributions. No one's rugged the damn coin. Okay, liquidity's in there. It's not going anywhere. Versus a meme coin from a celebrity, which is almost always going to go to zero. Okay, that's why there's not going to be a Lark coin. If I was to ever launch a cryptocurrency, it'd probably be like a perpetual DEX or something like that. But yeah, I've thought about it before. But if I was to ever do that, it would not be a freaking meme coin. It would be something actually real that would have like real revenues and would actually pay people. You know, it'd be a massive airdrop. It would be a token that has a buyback model and a dividend model, and you know, really pays people for holding it. Most tokenomics are completely broken. And there's absolutely no reason for the vast majority of tokens to exist, but you can have good tokenomics. Just that most coins don't. But anyway, I ain't got time for all that shit. Just gonna sit on my pile of gold. I love gold. Gold's great. It's nice to have in your hand, isn't it? Everyone's so scared of the top. Yeah. Yep, that's right. Definitely everyone's well, if 110K was the top, then it's the lamest cycle ever. The only way to make money in crypto in the last couple of years, you either bought Solana at $8, sold all your Bitcoin at 110K, or basically were relentlessly in the trenches every single day trying to find the next big meme coin, which almost nobody did except insiders and the cabal and the criminal cartels. So we haven't actually had crazy sustainable moves in crypto yet. Basically, you had like a 2 or 3 week alt season in December, and then that was it. Down only since then. Lark, alts are so dead. Do you think they can come back if the market pumps again? And could they make new all-time highs? Look, They is a big statement. Most of them won't. Most of the meme coins will continue their downtrends. I mean, they'll have pumps up, but they're not going to go back to all-time highs. Most of the probably most of the crypto coins will not, right? But when we talk about like top 100 coins, a lot of those will go to new all-time highs. A lot of big blockchains and stuff like that never even had really big runs, to be honest. Some of these things launched in the bear market never really had a market run. So they will have their time in the sun when liquidity comes back into the cryptocurrency markets. Lark, you had compared this bull run more to 2017 in lieu of 2021 and therefore halfway in. Is this still your thoughts? I think it's a good comparison. Look, Chris, at the end of the day, no cycle is directly comparable, but there's a lot of similarities between cycles. And this current cycle has a lot more of the tailwinds and chart similarities that 2017 had versus the current market cycle. Okay, so Trump coming in, dropping the dollar down, all that kind of stuff, versus 2021, where you had this insane money printing and all the other crazy going on. So you actually would want a 2017 style cycle, because even though there's these big corrections and stuff along the way, the overall trend is that it's much more sustainable as a run. Let's see how it goes. But there's also the flip side that, yeah, the weekly MACDs crossed over and stuff like that. So that's kind of makes it more similar to 2021. But again, no two cycles are the same. There are certain rhymes within cycles, but no two cycles are the same. So we have a bit of everything going on here. Positive macro tailwinds, charts looking totally cooked. So yeah. Lark, do you ever feel like you're in the movie Groundhog Day? No, actually, I feel like every day is a new and exciting adventure in the crypto land. Certainly doesn't feel like the same thing over and over again. Looking like another round trip for this portfolio. Aye. Markets bump again. When they do, get more aggressive with your profit taking. Okay? That's non-financial advice there for you. Nothing was overblown. The biggest liquidation events in history. Things down 80-90%. Worst manipulation in history. Yeah, these markets getting crazy, man. Are you still considering Dubai? Oh, I've been in Dubai for a while. We're 6 months in now. Love it. Big Dubai fan. Trump will be talking at a crypto summit today. I don't know. I didn't even realize there was a crypto summit until I saw it on X yesterday that Trump's talking at the crypto summit, but there's some kind of crypto summit happening and Trump's going to be there talking. So cool. I'm excited about that. I don't know what he's going to say. Probably just more of the same, blah, 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 something, crypto capital of America. I wouldn't expect any giant announcements, but maybe we get a big announcement. They're still teasing that there's not going to be any capital gains tax on U.S. made crypto coins, which would be a huge tailwind for any of the crypto coins made in America, which is quite a few of them. So we'll see. I would keep your expectations pretty damn low, and then if something positive happens, yay. If nothing positive happens, then you weren't expecting anything anyway. Lark, have you been to the Burj Khalifa? I have, actually, twice now. Second time was way less interesting than the first. It's an amazing building. It's incredible, really. But in terms of going in and waiting in the elevators and going up, one time's enough. Definitely worth visiting one time. Second time was not as much fun. We actually have some friends coming to town soon. We're like, hey, if you guys want to go, you can just go. We'll just stay home. Go to the beach or something. Okay, one or two more here, guys, and we'll finish up. Loved your first stream from 7 years ago. Oh, man. I remember that. Jeez. Yeah, we used to do a lot of live streams back, and I think we were doing it was crazy amount of lives all the time, and it was nuts back in 2017. Ray actually still do a lot of content, but there's a lot going on. Some people are like, Lark, you're doing too many videos. Like, what are you talking about? There's so much going on every day. I feel like we're not doing enough videos, but I have to contain myself because there's so much stuff to talk about, so much macro news and all this stuff. It's been nuts. Same shit, different toilet. Yep. Ay, 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 ay. Lark stablecoin. You know what's actually funny? I want to try to get some Circle. Try and find some pre-market Circle or get into the IPO or something. I don't know. I'm going to try and grind and figure that out because I feel like the Circle stock is going to be a great stock to hold because the stablecoin business is one of the biggest businesses in crypto. And yeah, I feel like getting exposure to that's probably a pretty good play for a stock play. Anyway, probably going to be, Circle's going to be massive, man. Big company. And their IPO is probably going to be really exciting. So I will definitely keep an eye out for that. Sold all my silver back in August just to round trip my alt bags. It's been a rough cycle, man. And for sure has. Quantum stocks. Yes, quantum stocks as well. Definitely something on the radar. Manuela. After a few years of doing this, went all in the last 8 months. I got hacked and drained to 38K. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it is utterly brutal. Guys, you have to be careful out there. I'm so sorry to hear this. It breaks my heart. I get these messages all the time. It's crushing. There's so many ways that they're trying to steal your money every single damn day. Don't keep all your crypto on your hot wallet. Have a, where's my, it's buried under this book over here. Get one of these, okay? Get yourselves a hardware wallet. That's where you keep most of your coins, okay? If you want to be doing risky shit, that's a different wallet, okay? That's a different wallet. Keep a very small amount of money in there. So if that gets hacked, no big deal. Keep most of your coins safe. Be super paranoid of any email you get. Be super paranoid of anybody you talk to on the internet. Click no links. Trust absolutely no one. The amount of people trying to steal your shit is through the roof, so be careful, guys, okay? Be careful. You can lose it all in a second. That's one of the dangers of the cryptocurrency market and why ETFs are going to be so popular. Because with an ETF, you're not going to lose it all in a hack, are you? Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you back tomorrow. Peace.